Hey, beautiful people, and welcome to the Unboxing Life podcast. It is me, David, your main host, dethroning the tyrant Trevor from last
Oh,
week.
come on, man.
And
What
speaking of
episode are we
Trevor,
on?
we're on episode 4, I believe. Are we? Episode 3?
And you lose your privileges to intro
Damn,
the podcast
yeah, no more.
forever.
No more of the introing for
Well,
David.
speaking of
I don't
episode
need to write
0,
it down. I can just say it.
Yeah, David and
Says the
pre-pro.
wrong
I
pod
was
number.
thinking of episode 0. We're on episode 3, and that's an important number. So, all right. My frickin' co-hosts this week are my T and C mics.
Hey, my name is Trevor,
And
There
I'm
you go.
Cameron. What's good?
Hey,
and we are the Unboxing Life podcast.
podcast.
Yes, baby boy, we in here.
There we
All
go.
right.
All
So
right.
let's start our episode 3 with this tradition we got going.
Mm-hmm.
This gimmick, LeMayo. All right, so
Stop calling it that.
Indeed, yeah.
all right, so I
You're
found-
bullying me.
I think I should start with a quote. Let's do the quote first. Okay, so this one is from Logic, and it's on the end of the Five Hooks song on his No Pressure album. It's the AI Thalia, and she spits out a bunch of fun facts at the end of their songs, and this is one of them. And it says, "Actually living your life is exponentially different from just being alive." And Cam was like, "Ayo, that's bars."
As a
when you heard
bar,
it.
yeah.
That's big bars.
Mm.
Yeah, we were
Very-
talking about No Pressure last week and points at which we were listening to it together, and you were like, "Yo, did you hear that?" Like, that was my moment for that. I was like, oh shit.
For sure.
Spit it, tell
Yeah.
me. Spit it.
She's pretty much useless on like most of the tracks, but that was one of them. That
Yeah.
was just like, oh, okay, she said something
Yeah.
of importance.
It's a nice quote to live by, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let me
Alright.
throw my poem y'all's way. This one's called "Don't Quit" by Anonymous. I could not for the life of me find the author, so here we go. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tin of the clouds of doubt, and you can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So, stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things go wrong that you mustn't quit.
Nice.
I like it. Yeah.
I like the idea of resting being different from giving up. Like, everyone needs a break from time
Mhm.
to time, but
Very
Yeah.
true.
it's not
It's
permanent.
very important to, like, even if you're doing a hobby, to like build in breaks. Like, even when I'm reading, I can only read for like maybe an hour, 2 hours, and then I just have to do something else. It's very important to give yourself like mental breaks, no matter what you're
Yeah.
doing.
It's weird. I think we have the idea in modern culture maybe that it's associated with some kind of weakness, or at least some people believe that, and it's like, no, it's just maybe the right way to do a lot of things, and just the way you can keep doing them for longer, and hopefully.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I've had this talk with Jeremy about the whole like, you need to grind. You need to grind. Like, if you're trying to become a YouTuber, you just need to constantly put out videos and just completely forget about your mental health. Don't ever care about yourself. So it's very important to bring that in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
YouTubers talk
yeah.
about that a lot. It's a
You get burnt
they're-
out.
They're a prime example of people who work for themselves but also talk about working for themselves a lot. So like that, I think that happens with everyone who like realizes that the amount of effort you put in is exactly proportional to your success, but only to a point where if you get burnt out, right? Like it.
Yeah,
like,
it's got
you-
marginal
you-
return. It's got diminishing marginal returns.
Okay.
You want to put it in,
Okay,
in those
accounting.
kind of
There you go.
it's economics.
That
No, but yeah.
shows how
it's-
much I
that-
fucking know.
All right, anthropology.
So,
You want to hit us
All
with your
right.
fun fact of the week?
It's not
let's
fun,
go.
but it is a fact.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
It's
it's not fun. That's a fact. Bars.
All right. So
All right, BB.
my fact of the week is and I'm just pulling from the intro of the Wikipedia page for the article about
Okay.
this incident. The Great Molasses Flood, also known as the Boston Molasses Disaster or Great Boston Molasses Flood, and the most colorful nickname for it is the Boston Molassacre,
Oh my.
Jesus Christ.
occurred on January 15th, 1919 in the North End neighborhood of Boston, Massachusetts. A large storage tank filled with 2.3 million U.S. gallons, weighing approximately 12,000 tons of molasses, burst, and the resultant wave of molasses rushed through the streets at an estimated 35 miles per hour, killing 21 people and injuring 150. The event entered local folklore, and residents claimed for decades afterwards that the area still smelled of molasses on hot summer days.
Oh my fucking god. You know how ironic that is? That you say it rushed down the streets going 35 miles an hour? You know that old-ass saying, as slow as molasses?
Slow as molasses, yeah.
And people are dying by waves of it going 35 and a 30?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. How much?
That's fucking rough.
2.3 million gallons of the stuff, dude. Just exploded. You read more down the Wikipedia page, and it talks about how the pressure built up and how it exploded, and it's like, oh my god. I
try to keep us on a
imagine living your
note,
whole fucking life, and that's how you go out. Molasses, wave of molasses on a random ass winter day in Boston.
Yeah, that is rough, man. I mean, God.
What's y'all's worst way to go out?
Oh God, I don't know.
I think it's got to be drowning for me. I think.
Yeah, buried alive, like suffocating, or
you're like your most like feared way of going out, or the worst way to go out.
Both.
Yeah, whatever you think.
I mean, I guess they would coincide.
I mean, yeah. Well, being buried alive has always scared the shit out of me. I would say that. But I think like one of the worst ways to go out would be like being eaten. Like being being like torn into by a shark or something like that.
They normally bite.
Something where you
they normally just bite
not,
you and then
you do not die quick. Like
they normally just bite you and they're done though.
I know, but like a jungle cat or something like that, like a bear.
Oh yeah,
you know,
like a tiger.
The scene in the DiCaprio movie where he like survives the bear or whatever. Just,
the Revenant.
Being like shredded by some fucking wild animal. And just,
I don't want to ever be shredded. Don't let me be shredded.
No.
Yeah,
don't ever let me be shredded.
Yeah, that's not a way I want to go out for sure.
I'm not cheese. What about you, David?
Jeez. Yeah, I was saying buried alive. I'm always afraid of plane crashes. Hopefully this isn't too relatable for people, but like the idea that you're going down for a while and you have the oxygen, and it's like, well, I don't have a good chance here, and it contributes to some anxiety on flights. I don't know.
It's always in my mind whenever I go on a plane. This might crash and burn, and I might die a very fiery death.
You wanna? I can offer a comforting fact there.
Sure, let's do it.
When you drive to the airport and enter the terminal, you have just completed the most dangerous part of plane travel.
True.
Yeah, driving is a lot more dangerous than people give it credit.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's
especially in fucking Florida.
Dude, Florida's our asshole drivers, man.
Dude,
I know it firsthand.
Well, you have complete jerkwads, and then you have a bunch of old people, and a lot of old people should be able to drive, but some people maybe have gone past their licensing period, and it can be rough. And I-4 is like the most dangerous highway in America, I think.
Yep.
Like it's not fun.
Where's that?
Oh,
where's what? I-4?
Yeah.
It goes all the so you don't know where it is. So it stretches from all the way to almost Jacksonville, I think. Does it go to Jacksonville?
Is that the west coast of Florida?
No, it's on the east-ish. So it stretches from the east, it starts over there, and it ends in Tampa. So it kind of does a little, almost like a belt over through Florida.
Okay.
I take it to Orlando and stuff.
It's it feels like you're going north and south on the highway, and it took me a while when I moved back to Orlando to realize that it was more like an east and west highway. And the signs are like I-4 East or I-4 West, and you have to like kind of know which way it's going, but you get used to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't stress to you. Yours would be like 95.
Yeah, no, it's 95 that goes all the way from here to fucking New Hampshire.
New York. Yeah, everywhere.
Right, yeah.
You can get everywhere on the East Coast on I-95.
Yep.
Thank God I-4 doesn't go that long. God, it's always under construction.
Yep.
It's just kind of
It's supposed to be done. Wasn't it supposed to be done next year?
Ain't no way that's happening. There's no way. I'll bet you. I mean,
they made a lot of progress, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while. I guess COVID and stuff. I'm not going to Orlando.
Every time I got on it, like I used to take it to work, and it would change every 3 days. Like the lanes would be different, and they would just change the medians, and it's so dangerous.
I know.
Big bumpy road.
So now that from inspiration to death, I'll just hopefully this is more neutral in my song. Yeah.
We'd like to switch it up on you.
Yeah.
Switch it up.
This is a my song of the week that I'd like to recommend to you guys is based off the fact that one of my favorite artists did not drop an album that was going to be coming out today.
And who's that? Who's that?
That artist is the man known as Black Thought, aka Tariq Trotter, his real name. Who
he's on the Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah, rest in peace to Malik B, who is also a founding member of the Roots, the band he's in.
Rest in paradise.
But the song I like to recommend is 215 off of the original Streams of Thought, Volume 1 that came out in 2018. I think this is like a great introduction to just Black Thought's solo stuff. And
he doesn't have very much solo stuff.
Yeah, exactly, right. It's mostly the Roots, and I need to dive more into their discography. But if you wanted to get ready for this next album coming out, this would be a good one. It's like probably one of my favorite hip-hop songs ever, and it's sort of just this like panoramic exploration of the country he lives in, and Philadelphia, the city he lives in, and America, the country he lives in, and what his place in that is, and sort of the history of the stuff that's been going on in his life, and all related to that. And it happens in like 3.5 minutes, and it's just
it's a lyrical barrage of nonstop flows, and it's at your throat the whole time.
It has just beautifully like detailed and poetic lines, which you're used to from Black Thought. So yeah, if you guys haven't heard that, check it out.
Was your first interaction with Black Thought the Prime verse?
Yeah, I want to say just listening to music on my headphones and stuff, I definitely heard maybe some Roots stuff on YouTube or whatever, but yeah, he wowed me on that Prime, the deluxe verse, and yeah,
he eats that verse alive.
I know, I couldn't get it out of my head, and it's like,
so
I think I'd heard about it.
Teacher.
Yeah.
On
that Wishin' 2.
So this is
Prime.
Wishin' 2 on the first Prime album.
Wishin' 2 on Prime. There you go.
Yeah, you should have heard it. I don't know if you heard just the standard edition or not.
I didn't immediately pick up on what you guys were talking about, and I figured a lot of people listening might not as well, so I figured I'd ask.
Yeah. For sure. Definitely go back and give that some spins.
For sure.
Great album.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go, guys.
That's our weekly tradition.
Yeah.
So I'd like to kick out the pod with a little somber note, I guess, with Cam in his stomach. You want to tell the audience what happened yesterday?
Yeah, well, we were supposed to be recording yesterday, but I wasn't feeling great most of the day. Spent a lot of the time, I don't like talking about this shit. I don't know how you guys talk about this shit, because it's
you don't have to be
shit. It's
he just spent the day on the toilet. It threw our recording off. We were supposed to record yesterday, and he texted us, and he was like, "Oh man, I think we're gonna have to record tomorrow. I'm not feeling great."
Yeah, I woke up feeling not great, so spent most of the day going in and out of the bathroom. So yeah, it was super sub-ideal. Feeling a bit better now, but sometimes
he didn't want to be recorded.
You roll with it.
He didn't want to be. We're trying to get video going for the podcast for the YouTubers, but he didn't want to be recorded today, so we're gonna have to do it next week. He's not feeling pretty.
Kind of thing.
Not feeling like a pretty boy now, for sure not.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Saps your confidence out.
I mean,
a little bit, for sure. Not gonna lie.
What about you, David? I heard you got a little burnt.
This is the taking bodily L segment of the podcast. I was so this past Cameron was out of commission yesterday, but if we had tried to record any other day of this previous week, I wouldn't have been up for it. So I went to do some landscaping at my sister's house on Saturday of this last weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, funnily enough, the day after we recorded the last podcast, and
he thought he was above. He thought he was above sunblock, man.
For some reason, I
Imagine
decided to
thinking you're
wear.
tougher than the fucking sun.
Yeah, being that pasty ass white boy he is.
I thought it was a good idea to wear a tank top, like, oh, I'll get a little tan, forgetting it's freaking July in Florida, and I didn't know we'd be out there for 3.5 hours, and it's like 100 freaking degrees, bro.
Yeah.
And the sun is just staring at my back the
UV
whole
index
time,
is
and I'm like,
high.
yeah, dude, I'm preoccupied by like carrying mulch and like doing all this stuff, and then it doesn't seem so bad at first. Like we tested out the video on Sunday or whatever, and it just looked like I was red, like you guys saw. On Monday, I woke up with giant blisters all over my back and neck,
Oh my
and I
god,
don't
I
want
didn't
to.
know that.
Yeah, I don't want to
Damn.
get too much into it, but now they're gone. But my skin is sort of like in different layers, and there are just patches where I basically don't have the epidermis on my shoulders,
Oh
Yeah.
god.
and it looks like it might scar.
Are you peeling?
Oh my
Like
god.
super hard?
Oh yeah, yeah. The let me see. I want to say 2 days ago was my prime day when everything started peeling. I
Your
was
prime
itching so
day.
much. Yeah, bars. I was itching so much. I was just in the living room of my house, just like scratching my arms uncontrollably, and I was like,
Oh,
my dad was like, "Oh, I'll make some, baking soda paste for you or whatever." And he started putting it on. I was like, "Oh, it burns, but keep putting it on. It's better than the itching." So I was just sitting there burning
Oh
with
my
that,
god.
and it was.
hell no.
Yeah, I've been having to take painkillers to be able to go to sleep this past week because I'm like
Oh my
laying
fucking
on my
god.
blisters, and there's an even grosser detail I could get into, but I
Hell
don't know
yeah.
if you guys.
No, let's do it. Let's get it.
So,
Put your food down, please, everyone.
yeah, if you guys, yeah, please don't eat while listening to this, I guess, but
This is content warning number 1. For the more squeamish members of our audience, I suggest that in order to avoid descriptions of the less graceful elements of this discussion, that you skip forward to 18 minutes and 20 seconds. Thank you.
So yeah, Monday was the day that I realized I had blisters, and how I realized that was I wake up with wetness on my arms, and
Oh, yeah.
I realized that in my sleep I've been laying on these newly formed blisters, and it's just pus running down both my arms.
Ugh.
So this entire
Yep.
week I've woken up with pus running down my arms and crusted all on the back of my shoulders. So I have to shower immediately and wash my sheets like every day. And
Damn.
Showering murders the fucking sunburn as well.
yeah, I
Oh,
can't.
facts.
Like
I have to. It
even
has to be.
cold.
Yeah, it has to be cold. But like the first day I hit it. I hit one of my shoulders directly with cold water, and I doubled over. It was so bad.
Ah,
So I have to like glance
Jesus
it and then
Christ.
wash the area around it. And
dude, I can't even take cold showers. So I
know.
don't even
I know.
even know how you felt with that.
I'm pretty bad with it too. Like I I see like those videos on YouTube of Navy SEALs being like, "This is why I take cold showers, brother." And I'm like, "Dang, that sounds dope." And
Yeah,
then
props to you.
yeah, I try it myself, and I'm like, "No, please." And I just switch it over to hot as quickly as possible. I'm not that tough, so
Facts.
this was an experience. I am like I literally haven't left my house this week. I feel a certain amount of fear towards the sun now. I should have known because I'm like my heritage is like Irish, Czech, English, and German. So it's like, what the frick are you?
Melanoma Central.
There's nothing helping you in there when going out and facing the sun.
You
So
have-
I encourage everyone to wear sunblock if you have a complexion anywhere near mine.
Please.
It's not lame. It's
Everyone
just
wears
necessary.
sunblock.
Yeah,
They don't discriminate.
true.
The sun
just
does
everyone.
not discriminate against the skin.
Everyone.
Just protect yourself.
Yeah.
Protect your neck. They told you in 9-3.
They sure
Yeah,
did.
every time I go for a walk, it usually takes me about 48 minutes. I walk about almost 3 miles, and in that time, it's enough for the back of my neck to get nice and toasty.
Right.
And yeah, it's like it shows a little outline whenever I look in the mirror, and I'm like, oh fuck. I went to Rocio's 2 weeks ago to help them lay down their lawn. They had dirt in their lawn, like in the front lawn and the back lawn for the longest time, and they're finally getting the landscaping done. So they bought like 4 pallets of cut grass, and we just laid them all out. And the first thing I did, because I forgot the sunblock at home, was I asked her mom, "Do you have any sunblock? Because I'm going to get fucked, like completely fucked."
Yep.
So that's the first thing I do.
I wish I had that foresight. It had been so long since I got sunburned somehow. Like maybe I would get a tinge, like you're saying, from certain things, but
He's dead. He's gone.
All right, we'll have to cut this part.
All right, welcome back to the David and CB podcast. Trevor's got shitternet, so it's just us now.
Okay. Okay. That was the quickest drop I've ever seen.
I'll come back. Hold on.
Hey there, you big dumb idiot.
It got fucking. It's holding tight, loading update.
This is how we're gonna do the podcast now. With you on speakerphone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Load, god damn it.
Load.
Load! What the fuck?
I kind of want to leave this in, honestly. This is fucking funny.
What, me screaming?
Yeah, you screaming.
Yo, this is bullshit. Connection problems, let us know.
Connection, bro. Let us know.
Thanks, man.
Let us know if you're having issues connecting. Okay, he's back.
Okay, get that.
Yes, we love Discord, bro.
You get that video back up.
Yep, we love Discord.
We love
so
shit
Cam
in
is
it.
gonna. Yeah, no facts, big facts. Cam is gonna leave that in apparently, so that's gonna be fun.
We'll see.
Hi everyone. Sorry about that.
Welcome back. Welcome
Christ.
back.
Yeah, welcome back, Trevor.
Oh, my Lanta. All right, we back. So I didn't get the last minute and a half of what you were saying, but
What
I'm
were you?
sure
I mean,
that-
we stopped talking largely, but
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're just talking.
I could see when you froze.
Yeah,
You guys can't hold it down without me. I see.
we were Cameron was saying he's gonna get
Badass.
into another story of him getting sunburned since we all
Okay,
have them.
go ahead. Let's get
Yeah.
it.
No, it was the singular time that Sydney and I have gone to the beach together here. And we went. It was
Singular.
last spring. Yeah, I mean, this story is why we haven't gone again.
This is the
Oh,
beach
man.
cleanup day, right?
No, that was actually not a beach. It was like a park on the water that had like a rock wall kind of a thing going down.
Okay.
That like had loads of plastic and stuff in it. Super swanky neighborhood in Miami. That was doing it. So, but yeah. Anyway, no, that's a separate thing that I did for extra credit for my archaeology class. But
I thought you were gonna give our viewers some extra credit.
if their viewers want extra credit, they can go clean up their neighborhoods. That's always encouraged.
Yeah, there you go.
Facts.
Yeah.
Might not be your trash, but it's your planet. So.
I wasn't ready for that one.
Hit him with a fact in a bar.
I mean, I took that from a guy on Reddit. There was a trash tag a while ago that people were going to their local parks and beaches and like just wildlife areas and cleaning up all the trash that people had just left over time and like posting how many bags they got. So that was a positive trend that Reddit
It
put
really
together.
pisses me off, dude. Just
Yeah.
walking around my neighborhood and seeing like
Just mindless
literal
litter.
trash bags in the fucking road just spilled out over trash. And I have to think that maybe they just fell out of the garbage truck, but that's probably not what happened. Because they get compacted when they get picked up. It's not like they just carry the bag.
The funniest litter I've ever seen was in the car with Sydney driving to Fort Lauderdale from Miami, and there's a point where the express lane becomes like a bridge and goes over another highway and then comes back down and then rejoins with the rest of 95. And on this bridge, in the fucking like on the side of the road, there was just like a dining room chair just sitting up, like perfectly sat up, like on the side of the highway. So like someone had to have stopped, decided this is a good place, taken the chair out of their car, placed it upright on the side of the highway, and then drove off.
Yeah. You gotta wonder how some of the shit gets there.
It's like, how the fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild. But so, my sunburn story. now that we've gone all the way around the world,
PSA
without actually telling the
Sunburn.
story, is that we went to South Beach, which is actually north of the campus, and
that's a mindfuck.
yeah, yeah, dude, directions are tough. So we went to South Beach. We just laid there on our towels for a little bit. Sydney's also like our complexion, so we decked ourselves out in sunscreen, like 50 SPF or something, like good stuff. Decked ourselves out in sunscreen, took a good while doing it, and then just like laid out for maybe like half an hour. Started getting hot, so like we went in the water, and then I hate the fucking the water down here is dumb salty. It's like if you put your head under the water and you don't like squeeze your eyes like vice tight shut, you can get that salt in your eyes, and it fucking sucks. It like stings. Which is not the case in Massachusetts. So you trade warmer water for saltiness.
You should hit the West Coast on Florida. The beaches are gorgeous, dude.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh my god.
But anyway, so we go in the water, and then we come out of the water, and we dry off and completely reapply sunscreen. And then we lay there for maybe another like 45 minutes to an hour. So we're probably at the beach for like not even 2 hours. And then I was like to Sydney, I was like, okay, I can feel like even though we have sunscreen on, I can feel myself like starting to get burned. So like if you're good, I'm good. Like let's pack up and get out of here. And she was like, yeah, I'm good. Let's go. So we leave, and I don't feel that burned at the time. But then it didn't get nearly as bad as David's did. But like all the back of my legs and like in the I remember the worst part of it was like it was the crux of my knee. So like when I was walking, it would hurt. And so all the back of my legs, all my arms, like my shoulders, my back were just fucked, just completely burned, red as a lobster. Just I didn't blister and everything. I feel almost bush league telling the story after what David went through, but like when it would peel, it would like pull on my leg hairs and stuff like that. So it was just like the most uncomfortable, obnoxious fucking sunburn ever.
Yucky.
Yeah.
And I had it. It didn't heal for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. Like it took fucking forever. So yeah.
Yeah.
No,
when it gets to a place of like high mobility, like the back of your knees, or like like it's on my shoulders. I haven't been able to like lift my arms. Like I can do it now, but like
shoulders
I had to
the
sleep on my
worst
stomach
part.
for the whole like first week because it was my shoulders and the back of my legs were just so fucked. I had to sleep on my chest.
Shoulders are probably the worst part of the body to get burned. They're so fragile.
Yeah,
fragile.
The first thing the fucking shower hits.
Yeah. Oh
true.
yeah. Oh, God.
God,
Speaking of showering when you have a sunburn, do not use a loofah, please.
Oh God,
learn
that sounds
from my
like
mistake.
a terrible idea.
I fucked up really bad.
Oh,
I went
shit.
to
That
I went
sounds
to
rough.
Clearwater with Rocio, I think a month ago, and I got back and I put aloe on. Actually, I put aloe on after the shower, but I did my regular shower routine. I did my hair, I did my face, and then I grabbed the body wash and I put it on the loofah, and I didn't think of it at the time, but then it started stinging once I got to the shoulder, and I'm like, this is probably not a good idea. And I was red as a beet, dude.
Oh man.
It was awful.
Yeah.
But that feeling when because we grow an aloe plant in our back patio, and we cut it off whenever we need to just apply some aloe, and dude, that cooling sensation when it hits your skin, it's so painful at first, but then it's so cooling, and it's so nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, no, I remember. I don't know if you had this, David. I should have said something. I didn't know you were that poor off, but they sell they sell aloe that's like infused with the painkillers.
I was spraying that on myself every day.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes it would help, but sometimes it was just too much, and it would just keep
at a certain point, especially with the severity of yours, it probably wouldn't help. Just damage control at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. God, it was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, that's our sunburn segment of the week.
Yeah, we were gonna talk about self-induced L's of a certain sort, right? With the drinking stories, correct?
Mm-hmm. So, David, do you have any? I know you're not the biggest drinker, but
Yeah, a little bit of information on me is I do partake in the alcoholic beverages, but when
we've gone to a couple pub crawls together.
we sure
Some
have,
fun
but
nights.
when we get done with a pub crawl, I'm like, well, that was great. I can't, I'll do that again in like 4 months. Like my brain just resets and is like, like don't need a drink for like the longest time. So
Yep.
it's rare for me, but like, yeah,
Every time,
so
I swear to God, every time I put him in front of my TV with Mario Kart on, with a drink, he spills it on my carpet. Every fucking time, dude. I swear to God. Every time. It never fails.
has it been every time? Maybe.
It's
Yeah,
been twice at least. And I'm
that's
just like,
on me.
David, stop! And he's like, what is happening? He doesn't even know what's happening.
I know. I get dizzy and just.
Yeah, he's a
disorient-
funny drunk.
Yeah, I get mad goofy. So I don't know about.
I can't wait to see it someday.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great.
I don't know if
Whenever
I'll
you
have
come up, I'm gonna invite David.
Oh, yeah, for
We're
sure.
gonna chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I don't know if I have the same stories as you guys, but I don't know. I mean, the last pub crawl, I had a really bad hangover,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
that was like the first one I got, and I was like, dang, I guess I didn't hydrate enough, and we're kind of going, we're drinking a lot. So, but my boy Trevor here, I was staying over at his house over the night, and he made this sweet freaking carb protein heavy freaking scrambled eggs, white buttered toast, and milk. And I was just like, oh yes,
And you just
brother.
slurp that up, baby.
Dude,
Best.
I just felt like a human after that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
Felt
best.
like a human,
It was
yeah.
so good.
Heavy
Yeah.
breakfast after a night of drinking is like, it's so
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
great
Even like
stuff.
after the fact at like 3 a.m., we'll go to like Tin and Taco downtown,
Oh,
and
yeah.
those tacos are loaded, dude. It's my
Yeah.
favorite restaurant by far. But you get 2 big ass tacos for $8, and they couldn't put any more if they tried, and it
Mhm.
just feels so good. You can literally just feel the alcohol getting sucked out of your bloodstream.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
Yeah, that's always my recommendation. You don't need to reach for the celery when you have a hangover or you're drunk. Just go
The
ham.
celery.
Yeah. So,
Fuck
what
celery.
about? Yeah, you guys probably have more experiences in this realm.
Yeah. So Cameron's an alcoholic, and I'm almost one.
Gang,
Or I
gang.
used to be, but gang.
Okay.
I have a story that kind of ruined Jaeger for me. Just I'm
Mm.
gonna keep it really short, but we were playing
I'm gonna give my
Fortnite, Cameron
perspective
and I.
on this because I think the way I tell. Anyway, go ahead.
Nah, it's embarrassing because we were playing Fortnite, and our
Back when
traditional
Fortnite was
like
fucking good, like season
Dude, back
3,
when-
season
yeah.
4, like
yeah
Fortnite when no one knew how to build. That's the
yeah when you
best.
could shoot at someone and they wouldn't build a 5-star hotel.
Yeah, basically.
So we were doing that, and our tradition was like every 2 or 3 Fridays, like every 2 or 3 weeks we would drink together, and I used to drink Fireball, and I got a little sick of that taste. I even went to Tennessee Fire. Tennessee Fire goes down a little bit
'Cause
smoother
you'd
than
fucking
Fireball.
sip it as well, though.
Yeah,
Like, you
no.
would sip
Well,
a glass of
when I
Fireball.
started, I did, but then I just took shots of it,
Yeah.
and I got really sick of the taste. So I moved on to Jaeger, Jägermeister, and I don't mind the licorice taste. I know a lot of people get really turned off on that. It's very strong black licorice taste, but
Yeah.
I I ended up doing about 9 shots in like 2 hours,
Mhm.
just because I was
Might
a
have been
complete
less than that.
dickhead.
But
It might have been like an hour and 50, but we were just slaying the lobbies that we were in, getting a couple wins that night, and I
Yeah.
just felt so good. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep going. And I was like, by the 6th shot, I'm just like, Cam, I don't feel anything. And
that
he's
was
just like,
that was the
"Yeah, you
deadliest part because I
dumbass."
was like, I had been like way more experienced than you in my drinking fucking habits
Escapades.
at that point, and so I was like, this is like how this happens, Trevor. Like if you take this many shots this fast, it won't hit you immediately. So like you just slow down, and you were like, I don't feel it. Takes another fucking shot.
Yeah, another 10 minutes
Like
later,
you're
I'm gonna
six,
shoot
you're
another.
6 deep, and you're like, I'm not that drunk. I'm gonna take another. So you take like another 2 in the next like 15 minutes, and then fucking. So you took like the first 6, I think, within an hour or something like that,
Mm.
and I think you took. Like there was a point where you ramped up, and I was like, dude, you should slow down. It's gonna hit you. Just give it a minute. And you're like, nah, like trust me, I gave it a minute. It's just not gonna hit me. I need to take another couple more. And so you were like 6 deep saying, I don't feel it yet. And you took like 1 or 2 more in the next like 15 minutes. And then
it hit me.
And then it fucking hit you like a freight train. It just like beat your ass. And it was the funniest fucking thing. Because, I mean,
I hugged the porcelain throne for 2 hours.
Yep.
I threw up twice. And then I just fell asleep on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, the saying
I
that
was
I love
fucking
to use
wasted.
Is praying to the porcelain gods.
Yeah.
On your
That
knees
cold
in
porcelain
front
never
of
felt
the-
better, man.
In front of, yeah.
You just
so
hug,
you
hug
just-
it with your cheek.
Yeah, you just blew out the entire contents of your stomach.
It's disgusting.
And just, yeah, that'll ruin an alcohol for you. And when you have a night
I
like that.
cannot take. Dude, I tried. I think we went to a pub crawl like a couple months after that, and everyone was. I guess they get Jaeger shots for like $3 at the pub crawls, and someone bought a round for us, and I sniffed it, and I took maybe half the shot, and I almost threw up. Like I couldn't finish the shot.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a reflex.
I'm
at this
over
point,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, the way that story starts, just a tip for anyone, it doesn't end with, oh, it turns out alcohol doesn't affect me. I guess I'm good.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It always affects you.
Yeah.
Oh, my first
Eat
time
before
drinking,
you
I have a
eat.
massive
Always
tolerance.
eat. Always eat before you have a heavy night of drinking.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Never
Keep
drink
the
on
water
empty
on
stomach.
hand.
Yeah,
the
water,
water
on hand for sure. I've gotten in
Yeah,
the habit
always
of always having
mix in
water.
water.
with me.
Yeah.
That's the best hangover cure too, is to not get one in the first place by keeping yourself hydrated. And if you just like, no matter how hydrated you've been all night, if you just house a full bottle of water before you pass out, like that's gonna take care of a lot. Yeah, and 2 Advils and a bottle of water is before you go to sleep is the best hangover cure.
Yeah, facts. I didn't. It's funny enough, I didn't even have a hangover until like a month ago. That was my first hangover when we were doing the. Can I say it on the podcast? What we were doing on Xbox.
What do you mean?
We were doing the simp tier list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were just
Yeah, no, you
goofing
can talk
off
about
and
that,
just like we were just being complete misogynistic assholes, judging women and trying to see which one was the hottest, quote unquote. But I had drank some. I think I picked up pink lemonade and Smirnoff vodka, and I think I maybe had like 6 shots the whole night. But the second drink I had, because I had put 2 in each drink, the second one I had was just enough for me. But I was like still at that point of like, I'd still want a little more. And then I maybe got like halfway through that drink and
you were
done.
sent.
I was done.
Yeah.
I couldn't even throw up.
Hmm.
Fell asleep on the toilet and I woke up with it. It wasn't even nasty. It
Oh
was just like
yeah,
I felt
okay.
like
I
shit.
fucking remember that now. Okay,
I felt like shit the whole day.
I forgot that you fucking died. Yeah, you said that you couldn't even, like, you just spent 2 hours in the bathroom unable to throw up. Yeah, that's the worst. Because when you throw up, you feel better. You boot and rally.
Facts.
Gets it out of your system. That's why people with alcohol poisoning get their stomach pumped, right? But yeah.
Yeah.
So,
God, dude.
That's
I feel bad for y'all.
that's the karma for making a simp tier list, I guess. That's what happened.
I mean, I got all the
It
way
wasn't
in.
my idea.
It wasn't a tier list. It was a bracket. It was a bracket that
Okay.
our boy
Hey.
Of who you would simp for the hardest.
our boy at Came on 97, who is currently running a Kanye features bracket. I think it just ended actually.
Oh, okay. I seen that on Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah. So he was inspired by a Twitter account that he likes that does brackets for artist songs all the time. And so he's a self-declared simp. I believe his name on Twitter right now is Sir Simps-a-Lot. Sir Simps-a-Lot, yeah. So, because he's a crack up. He's hilarious, yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Jeez.
And so,
Shout out to Kamon.
so yeah, he made a bracket of 64.
Was it 64?
It was 64. Yeah.
We didn't even get through. We got through half of it, and I was done.
Yeah, so
was
that's
toasted.
what happened is like we got through half of it and you just disappeared. Like you just died.
Completely gone.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, like I guess he's done for. I guess we'll just keep going. So yeah, it was
Gal Gadot.
It was 64.
Gal Gadot, I think that's how you say it. That would be
female
that was my
celebrities.
number one.
Yeah, probably.
People you'd simp for, yeah.
Female celebrities and influencers and Insta models
Yeah.
and artists
And musicians and stuff, yeah.
musicians, yeah. And the metric was who would you like do anything for with nothing in return? Who would you just be an absolute simp for?
I had to turn my brain off because I told them both, I was like, I can't do that. Like, I can't simp.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
not
exactly.
in my blood.
No, I mean, I had to as well. Like, that's obviously a terribly unhealthy way to look at a relationship, but it was just
Yeah.
like as a game we were doing it. Yeah. So,
And that
yeah.
word has lost all meaning. Like, if you go on
of course.
YouTube,
Yeah, you fucking
and you
hate
even
it.
like, dude, it's awful because if God forbid there's a female YouTuber and it has a male base, and you go into the YouTube comments and you see someone like compliment the video, or even like look at her looks or something for like 2 seconds. Oh, you simp!
Simp.
Oh, you
Yeah.
simp!
Yeah, it's like most things. It
And they're
started
dead
out in like
serious,
hip hop
too.
and R&B, right? Yeah, people
Did
are
it?
serious about it. It started out in certain parts of culture that like the general internet hadn't latched onto yet, and then as soon as it hit like Twitter and YouTube and everything and Twitch, it's just like everyone is saying it now. And
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, it fucking the echo chamber that is Twitch chat is just fucking. They took it and ran with it. So
yeah. God.
Oh God. So
Um,
anyways, Cam, do you have
Yeah.
a disgusting alcohol story that you can tell us quick?
unfortunately, I have a few to choose from.
Oh boy.
I guess
Yeah,
I'll
he's
I
quite
guess
the,
I'll go
quite
with
the
the
virtuoso.
absolute worst day of my life.
Mm.
That I literally thought about it and I was like, yeah, this is the worst singular day that I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh boy.
So it was back when I was because I have this GI issue that flares up from time to time that keeps me from eating certain foods and stuff like that, and I realized too late that it is highly connected to sugar. And so like when I consume a lot of sugar, I mean, I figured it out where I was like, okay, like if I drink too much soda or whatever like that, I'll get a stomachache. But then it got to a point where like if I finish an entire can of soda, I'll start to feel like a little bad. And I know that if I have like another half of one, then I'd be like doubled over, like I'd be feeling really bad. And so before I fully, I guess I kind of realized it, but I was just like, I'll be fine, like fuck it, it's whatever. And so I was drinking fucking pink lemonade and vodka mixers, and
Just like me.
I only had, yeah, it was when over spring break, so this March, when Colin's friends were here, and I got very drunk off of that, and so I think because I was drunk, I didn't start feeling awful yet. And so I got very drunk off of a very sugary beverage. So when you're drunk, obviously your fucking liver is focusing, and most of your body is focusing on making you not drunk anymore.
Because it's poisonous.
Because it's literal mild poison, yeah. And if you drink enough of it, it will kill you. So drink responsibly.
Alcohol poisoning, baby.
Yeah, gang. And so my body couldn't even then was like doubled on its inability to deal with the sugar content that I had consumed. And so
Doubled over.
I woke up that morning feeling kind of like shit, but I was like if I get some food in me, my stomach will process it, and I'll drink some water and all this shit, and I'll be fine. And so I walk out to the kitchen and I get myself a fucking one of the microwavable Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches, which are actually pretty good.
Those things are the shit,
yeah,
dude.
they're quite good. Yeah.
Shout out to Jimmy Dean. Yeah.
And this
Bacon, egg, and
ruined
cheese on
this
a
ruined
biscuit.
my taste for them for a couple of months.
No.
Yeah, no.
So I ate about
Mm.
half of that, and I think I was just sitting on my bed watching YouTube, scrolling Twitter, doing something, and I ate about like half of that, taking small ass bites, and like I feel myself getting like progressively worse, and I'm like, I hope if I just fucking take a couple more bites, drink some more water, I'll be fine. And then it just like wells up, like in the course of like 3 minutes, I feel it like welling up, and then like in 30 seconds, I'm like, if I don't get to the bathroom now, I'm gonna fucking paint my walls a super ugly color. So I
Paint the town red.
yeah, I go to.
This is content warning number 2. Once again, for the more squeamish members of our audience, I suggest that you fast forward to 47 minutes and 45 seconds in order to avoid the more visceral descriptions of this story. Thank you.
The toilet, and I throw up all of what I've eaten. It is a nice mix of orange from the cheese and egg of the sandwich, and like pink from the lemonade that I had drinking last night.
You're making David cringe.
Hey, you had to talk about your arm post. Now it's time for me to talk about my bodily contents.
That's
yeah,
only
sorry
fair.
for the listeners. If you're eating, man.
Yeah, I'll go back and put a content warning, because y'all deserve it. So yeah, I spent the entire rest of that day trying to make myself throw up more, in order to feel better. Because when I would throw up, I would feel better, and then I would go lay down I would go lay down on my stomach in my bed, and in the next 10, I was like, okay, it's finally over. I can finally be at peace. I can finally not be in fucking pain. And in 10 to 15 minutes, like, stabbing pain to my fucking stomach would come back. Like, I felt like I had fucking knives in me. It was literally for hours. I think I woke up at like 10 a.m., something like that. And I was in immense physical pain. Like, I figured out that if I drank enough water, because I was completely unable to eat anything, so I was like almost shaking from the pain and hunger. So I could feel that I was super hungry, but I was in far too much pain to even think about like actually consuming anything. And I figured out that if I drank enough water, it would give me something to throw up, and that would make me feel like just a bit better every time until it like came back. And so I was like sipping water, taking trips to the bathroom to throw up, going back, laying on my bed in immense pain, like rinse and repeat for like 8 hours. Until I finally felt well enough after emptying myself over and over again to go to actually eat a full bowl of soup. Which I had some bread with, just some plain ass fucking bread. And then once I knew I was keeping that down, I walked to CVS and got myself a fucking fat bottle of Pepto-Bismol and housed some of that. Color. And then just waited until I was in not enough pain to actually go to sleep. And I woke up the next day and it was not as bad, but I still felt like absolute shit. So I was just taking Pepto, trying to make myself feel better. So yeah, that was a drinking and medical induced situation that resulted in the absolute worst day of my life.
Jesus.
So yeah, take it easy on the alcohol. Know your body.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Yeah, take it easy on the alcohol. Know exactly your body, what you can put in it, what's unhealthy.
Jesus.
Man.
I'll tell a fun drinking story that will take me like 10 seconds.
Okay.
That has to do with Tennessee Fire, which is bougie fucking fireball.
Bougie fireball.
And so that's the drunkest I've ever been. Was my freshman year of college, when I was doing stuff. It was a Saturday, and I was doing stuff either for school or whatever. And my current roommate Colin wanted to like go out to a club because he had one of the clubs here in Miami was doing like a 18 and over night when it's normally 21. And so we could actually get into the club because I never had a fake ID, and here in Florida they're like they fuck you up if you get a fake ID. Yeah, it's a felony. So I never got one. So it was like 10 o'clock or something like that, and like the 18 and over get in for free thing ended at like 11 or something like that. So you had to get there early because they're just trying to fill up the club. So I take a shower at 10, get out at like end up being ready at 10:30, and he's like, we have to fucking go, like this place is 15 minutes away and you've not taken a drink yet, like we need to pre this and you've not taken a drink yet. And so in the next 15 minutes I took 5 shots of Tennessee Fire.
Yeah.
And this
Ooh,
is little baby freshman Cam. This is no tolerance Cam. This is like this was going to fuck me up. And so that's the drunkest I've ever been. And I like held my shit together. I'm proud of myself to this day because I almost made the Uber ride very unfun. But I held my shit together, and I literally just remember like laying my head against the side of the Uber and being like, "You're fine. It'll pass. Just hold on. Just chill." And I ended up like the nausea did end up passing like pretty quickly, and I was just fucked up. I was just like beyond fucked up. I was like mind-spinningly fucked up. So it was great. So that's I took 5 shots in like 10 to 15 minutes, and I was gone.
He's a wannabe frat boy because he drinks White Claws all day.
I do not want to be a frat boy.
He asks
they're my
to,
natural
like,
enemy.
He asks me to pick which one he needs to mix with. He's like, pick a number between 1 and 4, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't wanna.
Because I just have them all
he's like,
laid out
1
in my
and 4.
fridge. What if this
1
fucking...
to 4.
Well, I do because it's a funny fucking game, especially when I don't know. Anyway.
Speaking of drinking, that might be something a lot of us are going to do with this hurricane coming. I don't know if it's gonna actually impact us as much as they were saying initially, but
good segue.
Hurricane Isaias? Is that
Isaias is how
Isaias?
I heard the weather lady pronounce it.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's a dope fucking name.
Isaias.
Yeah, we're here for the different names. Yeah.
Yeah. Pussy Storm though. Nah, I'm serious. No, but yeah, I guess it turned into a Cat 1 yesterday, and it's slowing down a little bit. There's tropical storm warnings all up and down the coast, so if you guys are in that cone, please be safe.
Yeah.
Maybe evacuate if you have to, or tough it out if you can.
I mean, yeah, listen to what your local government is telling you as far as evacuating.
For
things
sure.
can get out of hand real quick. We spent a lot of time in Florida. I mean, well, we live in Florida. Cameron lives a lot of time in Florida, so we have a lot of experience with hurricanes, I guess.
Did you ever have the hurricane shutters?
Oh yeah. Steel on my. There was like times where we would just leave them up for a year or whatever. It's just.
Oh my god.
Like
yeah, because they're a pain in the ass to put on.
Yeah, I know. Where you gotta like screw them in and stuff, and yeah.
I felt bad for my dad whenever he had to go out there and do it, because there'd be a storm coming in 2 days, and he would just be like, fuck it, I gotta go out there and put them on.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
They made me feel like I was in a castle though, like really protected.
There's a certain amount of security, but then you leave them on too long and you feel like you're in a prison. But
yeah,
no
natural light.
Directly into what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
That the freshman dorms, the current freshman dorms, which are getting replaced soon enough, look like prisons basically, because the way they're built, there's 4 of them. There's 4 towers. They're each 12 floors high. And you can see each one of the windows, but it's just a concrete square is how the building is built. It's just the whole selling point is that it can withstand up to a Cat 3 hurricane easily, and everyone in there will be safe. And so, but it looks like a fucking prison because it always has hurricane shutters on the windows. So you open and close them, which were really nice if you wanted to take a midday nap, because they work better than blackout curtains. Like, if you shut them, your room was dark. Like, if you turn off the lights, like, the only light coming into your room is, like, from the hall under the door. So it was...
Turn off the lights!
Yeah, so it was great. But it was like, I mean, the Miami freshman dorms are tiny as fuck, too, and they pack 2 people in there. And so... They look like fucking prison cells. I remember visiting here, and I was like, I had toured some other colleges that had like worse shit, and I remember touring it, and this completely disrespectful, I think it was the mother or something, like, just in the middle of the tour gets shown the room, and she's like, what the hell is this? Like, this is awful. Like, just while the tour guide is like explaining stuff, she just like interrupts her, and just to like disrespect the room and be like, this is trash, like, what the hell is this, like, to the tour guide. And the tour guide was like, I just work here, man. Like, I don't fucking
She was a Karen before Karens were trending.
Yeah, basically. But
it's not the tour guide's fault. Come on now.
So yeah, that's the freshman dorms here at Miami are kind of infamous for looking like prison cells.
That's always the best when the messenger gets shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's I think it's probably the tour guide's choice actually to put the shutters on the windows and she oversaw it. She oversaw it. Yeah. But yeah, that's the type of precautions we have here in the great state of Florida. Yeah, and a lot of times, we'll have to lock down for a big storm coming, and stories come out of that, and maybe some camaraderie gets built and fostered,
and babies get born, hurricane babies. People are so bored they just fucking.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yep.
Were there any particular any crazy hurricane stories you guys have related to that, or?
Not really. I mean, I know Irma was huge. Fucking sucked all the water out of Tampa Bay. That was wild to see.
Yeah.
I think the one I remember the most that really affected us was Hurricane Charlie. I was like 2004, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my uncle Dan, rest in peace, he came down to see us, and because I think he lived further south than us, and it was going to hit him a lot harder than us, so he came to stay with us, and he ended up making coffee on this little fucking grill that we had that you had to fire with charcoal. And my mom swears that it was the worst thing she's ever tasted. but he was a kind-hearted man, so he did what he could with the shit that he had. But
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, I think 2005 was when Katrina hit the Gulf Coast, and I remember seeing it on TV, like News 13, back when that was like the hip news station when you turn on Bright House. They even had a News 13 button on the fucking remote. All you had to do is hit it and it would go straight to channel 13. And they do like tropics on the ones or something. Like every half hour they give an update on the tropics.
Yeah.
And the lady was sitting there, and Katrina, being the Cat 5 that it was, that big ass storm, she was just standing right in front of the screen, being a meteorologist, showing it. And you see this life-changing storm that doesn't hit Florida, completely ignores Florida, basically, and just rams through the Gulf Coast. It's just wild to know that we could have been Texas and lost Louisiana.
Yeah, it was it's kind of thing where we were young kids, and like my own perspective was like, I thought Charlie was worse because we got hit by it, but then I realized that just devastation Katrina caused, and it's like, God dang, it's horrible.
That's why it was such a big deal when they finally got back on their feet and the Saints won that bowl. I think in 2008, they won the Super Bowl.
I think it was the year right after.
Was it?
Actually, yeah, it was the season immediately following that they won it, and it was like such a massive thing for them. And like Drew Brees himself ended up donating a lot of his salary to like rebuild NOLA, and that's why they will always fucking love him. Like I think people in NOLA probably love Drew Brees more than people in New England love Tom Brady. So,
wow, yeah, shout out. It's funny you mentioned Charlie. One of my only stories was like, I guess that was the first hurricane I had experienced. I was like, you said it was 2004. It's probably around 7 or something.
It was either 03 or 04.
Yeah, and I was stressing out. We were like, nailing and screwing the steel to the windows and whatever. And I think my dad had gone out to get some supplies, and like it was me and my sister at the house, and I was like, it might hit soon or whatever. And she's pretty young too, so we didn't really understand when it was gonna hit.
Yep.
So she knew like tips that she found online or saw on the news or whatever, and it basically resulted in me piling towels and blankets on top of myself, and I was like laying in the bathtub just like crying because I was like, that was gonna hit. I was like, the thing is gonna hit any second, and it wasn't even the right time. Like it was a bad deal when it hit, but it was just like totally the children's response to it. But
it's funny you say that because I have like a pathological fear of strong winds. And
really
like it's I don't know what caused it. I used to go to this daycare called Child's World. Fuck Child's World. If y'all hear this, fuck y'all. I hate that fucking daycare. Anyways, They used to pile us up in this
beef with the daycare.
Yo, fuck that place, man.
I guess we'll hear about that on another episode because he feels so strongly about it.
Fucking awful.
Yeah.
Made great fans. Made great friends, but didn't particularly like it. But they would group us into this fucking gymnasium that was like 2 floors high, and it was more like a dance studio. It was nothing but wood. There was big ass mirrors, and there was like 2 windows in the entire thing. I'm talking like a huge ass room, like the size of my house almost. It's fucking huge. And there were only 2 windows, and those 2 windows I would always sit on the floor, and it would storm because it's Florida, like it just storms basically every day.
Yep.
And the wind would knock these 2 trees that were in front of the window, and it would constantly sway violently in the window, and that's all I had to look at for however long we were in there, because they would have us be in the safe space, whenever the storm hits. And that's just kind of the seed that put it in. I also saw Twister when I was little, so that kind of fucked up.
Bro,
too,
Twister fucked me up as a kid. Twister,
I lived
in fucking
Universal,
Massachusetts,
right?
where there has been like 2 fucking tornadoes in recorded history, and they like touched down for 5 seconds and then left. And like I had absolutely nothing to fear from tornadoes, and I was paralyzed with fear that my house was going to get destroyed by a tornado.
Yep.
Like Twister fucked me. I saw that shit when I was like 5 or 6 or something like that. I remember. Oh, that's what it was. I went to fucking the ride or like experience or whatever at Universal or Disney?
Yeah.
I
Universal.
went there and I got so scared of the movie at the beginning that they show you that I got scared, got like tears in my eyes, and literally sprinted away through the dark.
Yeah.
And the way they like guide people in, those like ropes that like guide you of where you're supposed to walk.
Yeah.
I could not see them, and they were the perfect height for my neck. And so I sprinted away in the dark and fucking clotheslined myself on this thing and just go back and fucking bash myself on the ground. And it was like, I can't believe I forgot about that. Holy shit.
Yeah. No, yeah,
Twister
that ride
fucked me up. Yeah.
That ride left me petrified.
And so I was
like, I couldn't do it. I would cry every time because we had annual pass. My mom had it from 2005 to 2006, and we went like maybe 25 times that entire year. Like we would go like every other weekend, and every time we got to that stretch of Universal, I would just start crying. Like, please don't make me go on it, dude. Just don't drag me on it.
Yep.
Yeah. But that ride's no longer there. It's now the Jimmy Fallon ride. So
there you go. Jimmy Fallon is not nearly as scary as a Twister.
No.
I guess that's funny. We don't have to talk about rides or anything too much, but the ride that devastated me as a kid, just to show the difference here, was Goofy's Barnstormer in Disney World, Magic Kingdom. I went there.
I mean, I know nothing about it, but I'm just laughing off the name.
Yeah, it's it's how it sounds. It's made for little babies, and I went there the first time when I was 12, and
it was made specifically for the rapper.
Yeah, it made for a little baby. He paid for it, and they got it built for him. But good one, good
when
one.
He was a little baby.
Yeah, dude. Anyway, I went on there with my family, and it was the first. Like, I'm not good with motion and heights, I guess, and it's literally like this like cartoon plane little thing going on a track that goes just around at like, I don't know, 20 miles an hour, like whatever.
Maybe, yeah.
And it's Goofy themed. And I was just like, as soon as we started going at any speed, my family looked back at me. I'm sitting behind them, and I'm just like doing what they call a silent scream, where I just have my mouth open, and I was trying to scream and yell, but I couldn't because I was so scared. And we got off, and I was like, oh, I need to take a break, and I like sat down, and it was like my knees were shaking.
Oh, damn.
And I don't handle that stuff well. I have more stories of being terrified by mild amusement park rides, but
yeah, we could do a whole episode on theme parks. Theme parks are like my favorite thing in the world. But we have something else that we'd like to get to, and this is the only man in the world that can punch a hurricane shutter and completely destroy it in one punch. We're talking about One Punch Man. We're talking about Saitama.
Saitama. Our boy.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
bald hero.
Yeah, so Trevor has been, as we talked about last episode and before that, Trevor's been getting into anime for the first time. And one of his early adoptions is the critically acclaimed, 2015 anime One Punch
Yep.
Man?
Yep.
Yeah.
One Punch Man. Yeah.
So that's-
Saitama.
Yeah.
Master Saitama.
What were your thoughts about it watching it recently? You just finished
I thought it was great.
Mhm.
Obviously, like it's critically acclaimed in the anime space.
Yeah.
I like the sarcastic twist that they do on they build up these villains to be as tall as any skyscraper you've ever seen, be as powerful in the universe. They have like 2-minute excerpts of monologues of just like, hey yo, I run so fast there's a tornado that spawns out of my asshole and it rips you to shreds in 2 seconds. And then Saitama's just like, cool.
Yeah.
Yo, can I go home?
Yeah.
And then he gets a little annoyed, and all he has to do is just fucking flick them, or do a little backslap, and they're gone in one punch. So that's the entire show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's quite funny. I like the take on superheroes and him not giving a fuck. The best part about that show, to me at least, was when they would name their moves, like in Naruto, when they're like fire style, Phoenix Flower Jutsu, or something like that. Whenever they like call out their move.
Yep. No, they do that
And
in
then
most fighting animes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he would go like, what does he say? He's like, normal consecutive punches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the season finale is the only time that he actually actually says anything when he's like hitting it, or names his moves, and it's the first one he says is consecutive normal punches. And then the last one I think is actual serious punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Serious style, I think he says.
Yeah, it's like serious style punch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's such a good parody of the superhero genre. I like.
Oh, it succeeds in every facet of being a parody of superhero shows. But it does it in its own way where it's actually valuable as a superhero show as well.
Yeah, real quick, we're not talking about season 2 because I'm the only one who's seen it, right? Or
yeah, I only got to episode 5.
Yeah,
Excuse
I haven't
me.
seen it
Holy
at all.
shit.
Yeah,
I only got to
have
episode
a
5.
conniption?
Yeah, a little bit. Got a little paralyzed.
But yeah, it also, like you're saying, it also succeeds at being a superhero show. One of my favorite, I guess, characters or just moments that happens with Moomin Rider, with the Sea King, a Sea Tyrant or whatever he's called.
Yeah, the Deep Sea King.
Yeah, where this powerless guy who his power is just riding a bike into people.
He's very noble.
Yeah,
very brave.
The show knows when to get serious, and it just like these rare moments, and this whole arena of people is being threatened by this monster, and Saitama isn't there, so he's the only one to stand against it. He's like a ranked C hero, and he just doesn't have any ability to speak of, but he like does everything he can and still stands up and fights. And it's like, it's crazy that it can parody this stuff so well and also get like the core themes of what it means to be a hero and actually talk about them and present them in an exciting way. And like, season 1 is so good.
It is quite good. It's very short. It's 12 episodes. It takes you, if you cut the outro and the intros out, it takes you like maybe 3 hours and some change to get through.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's pretty quick. It's right to the point. There's no filler. I love the animation style. The fights were gleaming. They're gorgeous. Like just how they like emphasize on his power. There's a point where him and his disciple Genos, he's a human cyborg. They go to fight and spar, and Genos is like under the impression that he's getting more strong. Oh my fucking! He's getting stronger, and he's got these upgrades from this guy that saved his life, and he's like, "Yo, let's go, let's spar, let's go all out," and he's just giving it his all. Like he's got an incineration cannon that just completely destroys a valley, and Saitama he's invincible. Like he nothing that you do to him will hurt him.
Yep.
And he's lusting for that feeling of a new battle again, like to bring him back to an actual fight that requires effort. And he's just sitting there letting Genos like unload everything, and then all he has to do is pull a punch. He just like he punches him, but he doesn't like actually land the hit. It just stops right in front of his face.
Just stop short, yeah.
And like the the wave that it causes behind him just completely obliterates the entire environment, and then he's like,
Yeah,
I want udon.
it basically like wipes out a mountain. Like
Yeah.
the wind
Yeah.
from his
Like, it
hand
carves out
wipes
the
out a
entire-
mountain.
like-
I love that shit in anime when
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous displays of power like that.
Yeah.
But he's like so casual about it. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
carves out the entire Grand Canyon in half a second,
Yep.
and he stops his fist right in front of Genos, and he pulls it back, and then he's like, I'm hungry.
Let's go
You
get
wanna
some
get
lunch.
some-
He just
some
like
udon?
slaps him on the chest. He's like, let's go get some lunch.
Yeah. Let's get some udon.
Yeah.
And Genos is just sitting there with his jaw to the floor like, fam, like, come on, bro. I'm
Like,
not
he's
even
like-
close to Master Saitama. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I know.
And
That's so good.
I wanted to say, like, we could talk about plot, like, literally all day. We could give, like, every plot point, but it wouldn't spoil the show. It's like one of those,
Yeah.
because, like,
It's
so
one of
much
those that
of
you
the
just have to
humor,
see.
so much of the value of the show is in the delivery of its humor is through a lot of the animation about how Trevor said it's, like, utterly gorgeous, but then they'll draw him, like, super simple at, like, the most
Yeah.
serious times. And it's just like he's like completely taking everything so non-seriously because he's just so above it all. And when I was getting into the show for the first time, back when I first watched it, I was like, how can you make a show about a hero that kills everything in one hit?
facts.
How can
Everyone
he
asks
ever be
that when they
challenged?
see the name.
And they make it very interesting by incorporating like all the other superheroes, and by, I think one of my favorite scenes is when he's trying to kill the fly on his fucking porch. And
Yep.
he like thunderclaps it, like absolutely just fucking destroys this thing, like something that would kill like 10 men, and it just like flies out of his clasped hands.
Yep.
It's just like bzzz, and it just
He's sitting there destroying his fucking back patio.
He spends like 10 minutes just like slapping around the air, and he's like so that's the funniest part of the show is when he's like fighting this massive monster, but the villain is given like a 10-minute monologue. Well, they don't actually go on that long, but given this villain
like
monologue of like being super powerful and super dangerous and all this stuff, and he's just like sitting there staring at him, and his face is just like two circles in a line, and then when he's trying to kill a fly on his patio, right? His face is like incredibly detailed, and they put so much effort into the animation, and it's the contrasts that they draw just through animation style, but also through dialogue and but yeah, so they put this massive amount of detail into drawing his face and his character at simple times, and then like make him super simple at super serious times.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to cosplay him so bad because he's just like, dude, he is so expertly drawn. Like, it's not even when he's like super serious, just when he is like really chill, just regular Saitama with the circle eyes and the bald head and the really simple expression on his face is so humorous to me just to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they draw him serious, I get like I feel like I turn gay for like half a second because he's so sexy, dude. It's so sexy, bro.
That's what's up.
It's like how I felt about Light the whole time in Death Note. I was just like, man, am I gay? Like, dude, these guys are beautiful. Yeah, I'm a little gay for Saitama. So yeah.
There you go. That's great.
Good.
Yeah, it's animated by Studio Madhouse, which is they do a Hunter x Hunter, which is one of my favorite animes.
Ooh, do they?
Yeah, it's
I'm
more
rubbing my hands
like
together.
it's not quite as flashy just because of the subject material, and it's like more spread out, so it's not like every episode is insane, but it's great. And I think one of the things contributing to the up and down animation, the different styles they switch between, is like One Punch Man is originally written and drawn by this guy who just goes by One, and he is like this beginner manga artist and writer who never did one in his life, and he just started posting it on the internet because he had this dream, and people latched onto the story he was telling, and like his drawings, like all of them literally look like when Saitama is super simple, like that's everything.
So great.
Yeah. So, but then after people caught on to it, I don't know the other man's name, but a master manga artist adopted it and redrew the entire manga, and it looks like how the show looks now, and it's like incredibly detailed, and so they have that interplay between their two styles is just like it's crazy. It's a unique set of circumstances that like isn't in a lot of other anime that lead to this. That's so cool to see.
I feel like it was probably the easiest to write for Saitama's like dialogue, just because he doesn't say a whole lot, but what he says
he's voice acted very well too.
Very well. Like it comes off very carefree and why should I care? And like every time he gets interrupted doing something, he's just like, huh? Oh, what? Oh, like that, huh? Yeah. It just carries through the entire season, and I laughed every time it happened because it's just so genuine. He just turns around, he's like, huh? Like that's it. The entire city could be blowing up, and he's like, huh?
Yep.
Like, yeah, it's a fan-fucking-tastic show.
Yeah. So. How does it I wanted to I was a little curious. It's not like you can really answer this, like, I don't know, it might be a big question, but like getting into anime, how does it, like, as a different medium entirely, in a different art form, like seeing something like this, comparing it to Death Note and comparing it to Naruto, how does the sort of maybe tropes that are in there that strike you, or like the different animation styles, is it sometimes a lot to take in, or does it just feel like natural?
I think it feels natural. It takes like a couple episodes to get used to the characters, but once you latch on to a couple that you like, at least if they don't die off, you have something to look forward to. I can compare like maybe the fighting animations between One Punch Man and Naruto. There's a lot of, I don't want to spoil anything for Naruto because you haven't seen it, but there's a lot of fights that drag on, and it's for very episodes. It's very not to the point. Whereas One Punch Man's just like straight up like, "Hey yo, we're getting to the shit. We're getting to the shits."
Yeah.
So
no, for sure.
I appreciate the pace, and the two animes that I've seen, or the three animes that I've seen in total, Death Note and One Punch Man, just nail the pacing. Like I think that's crucial, because you're gonna lose a lot of audience if you don't get to the point and you don't tell them why you should care about the show, because there's 50 million other animes that someone could be watching, but they take the time to watch yours. So it either has to be flashy and to the point, or have that beautiful plot with the characters, and I think it nails all of them.
Yeah, nice.
You definitely like My Hero Academia a lot. I think you would.
Yeah, that's going to be coming up close.
My Hero.
Yeah. Great
I think I'm gonna probably watch. I don't know which one I want to watch after I get done with season 2 of Punch Man 1, but I don't know. What would you guys like to recommend after that? I feel like I'm leaning more towards My Hero. But
that's
My Hero is longer now. I said
it's
earlier,
about 100 episodes or so.
If we wanted to talk about another one, Tower of God, because that's 12 episodes. That'll take you no time at all, and it's really good. And, yeah,
it's a super recent one.
Alex actually recommended me to watch Erased from your list.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I guess he watched it.
Yeah, Erased. Oh man. That's a quick one. It depends on what you're in the mood for. Like Tower of God is more actiony. Tower of God has some unique things. It was actually adopted from a Korean like manhwa on webtoons, but
and the animation is really nice. I like the animation a lot.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like a unique style.
It's not traditionally drawn.
Yeah. Okay. Erased is one of my favorite animes of all time. And
what's the genre?
It's like a drama thriller. I guess mostly, that's the best way.
So like kind of in the lane of Death Note-ish?
It's actually, I don't want to get this wrong. I believe it's directed by the same director of Death Note.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll hop on that then. I'll just hop on that after.
Not the same original writer, but yeah, the director. So the look of it, I love that show. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
Okay.
I don't want to get into anything.
That's
really.
Your top anime, is it?
Nah,
I forgot. No, Brotherhood's
it's
your one, right?
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is my favorite anime, but
that was like number 3 or 4.
It's probably, I want to say around 5 or something like that, but that doesn't take anything away from it. I love it. Yeah. Some people have certain problems with it, which I understand, but
you can't please everyone.
Yeah. Regardless of that, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. MHA, My Hero is like Cameron said, it's longer and it's still ongoing, so it would be something you could just keep watching and whatever, and definitely you would love that, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a working list of about 30 titles, and it doesn't have to just be action. Like, I'm completely open to just about anything. Anything from like the drama thrillers that we were talking about to action to even like the kawaii, like high school shit. You know,
Yeah.
I don't
Moe trash.
discriminate. Yeah. No, I want to watch everything.
Formerly
I want the
called
sports.
Moe trash.
I want to watch haiku.
Mhm.
Haiku. I think. Haiku. Yeah. Rocio's watching that right now. She loves it.
Nice.
Kuriko, no basket. I want to watch that too.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, dude.
yeah, I'm
Awesome.
not tied down with any genre.
If you want to
We're
cry,
all
I
about
can recommend
unboxing
you
life
one.
here.
Yeah, that's the attitude. New horizons.
If anyone
yeah.
wants to cry, except for Sydney, who had an underwhelming reaction, in my opinion, to the show.
Which one?
No lie, or Your Lie in April.
Oh, okay.
never seen
Yeah,
it.
I've heard of that one too.
It is. It's got some of the best. I don't even know how to go on about it without spoiling it. But then don't. It's surrounded around music, and the music is just utterly gorgeous. I mean, the one guy's a piano player, and the girl is a violin player, and so they're both like classically trained musicians, and they have this. I mean, the music is gorgeous. The animation is very, very gorgeous. Like we talk about it being drawn well in One Punch Man, but a lot of the stills from Your Lie in April just look like literal art. Like it looks like something you would hang up on your wall. And there are a lot of visuals for that people have made posters out of and stuff like that. So it's a great experience watching it. Yeah.
I think the most exciting part about anime for me is like buying merch for the shit that you like. Like I know you have the Kuriko shirt. I have one for Naruto, and it's of the God. I don't want to get the fucking ramen shop wrong. I think it's Ichiraku. But it looks like something you would get if you worked at a ramen shop, and I know that just because Rocio works at Dragon Bowl Ramen, which just opened like a month ago, and it's like traditional ramen, and they gave her a shirt that says Dragon Ball Ramen on the front, and then it has like a little art on the back, and it looks exactly like what you would get if you were working there. And I remember when I quit,
That's cool.
Yeah, when I quit UPS, I had to bring my shit back to the office, and I was wearing my Naruto shirt, and it just says like Hidden Leaf Village on the back, and it says Ichiraku Ramen on it, and it looks like I'm an employee, like a DoorDash guy. And I'm walking with my shit, and I'm going to the desk, and one of the guys that I used to work with spotted me, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And he didn't recognize who I was, and I'm like, "I'm just dropping my stuff off." And he's like, "You're delivering food this early?" And it was like, I think it was like maybe noon.
That's
like,
actually really funny.
Yeah, and he's like, "You're delivering food? There's no one here." And I'm like, "Oh." It took me a couple seconds to realize that I was wearing the Ichiraku shirt, and he thought I was Uber Eats.
That's dumb funny. Wow.
Yeah. That's great. But I adore that shirt.
Mistaken identity.
Yeah, I can't wait to get more. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of great anime merch out there. You know, you have to get into body pillows later. I don't know about that, but
yummy.
Yeah, the shirts are definitely diverse and
shirts
good.
are dope. Hot Topic's a great place for that. I know I hate going in there, but it's so good. It's great for shows.
They have a lot. They have a variety.
I think it's
even Crunchyroll online.
Oh, what's the place called? Frick.
Oh, frick.
I can't remember it now. All right.
Oh, frick.
Well, I'm done.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Spencer's.
Yeah.
Yuck. Yeah, I knew it. They always go one in hand. One in hand. Hand in
One in
hand.
hand. Okay.
All right, we're done today.
It seems like we've been recording too long.
This is a great way to conclude the podcast.
Yeah, guys.
We're gonna get that banging track from Dayvision.
Yes, sir. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, that's his DJ name.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Check him out on SoundCloud. He's about to fucking drop an album on y'all ass.
It's an EP. Don't get too excited.
Oh, it's a project.
All right. Thanks, guys.
We'll plug that shit. So.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. Well, yep. Thank you for listening. If you've made it this
love
far,
you guys.
especially if you've made it through our brutal fucking stories about ourselves and
yeah.
You know. We love you guys. Thank you for supporting us. We sincerely appreciate it.
Yeah.
Talk to y'all next week.
All right. Adios.
Peace out, baby.
Peace.